Grocery shopping in Canada is not cheap, you guys. It is not cheap. Don't underestimate the skills that you have. Put it there. You have to come together. There's nothing like it's a man's work, he will do this, or it's a woman's work. No. When you come to this country, you are coming together as one. This particular one was culture shock for me. Hey loves, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. My name is Gift. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, you guys, the mandate for 2025 is to stand on business. Stand on business, because another sit-down video. I'm so excited filming this one because you guys, I have stalled. You guys have asked the whole of 2024. You guys kept asking this particular question, which is my expectation versus reality of living in Canada. You guys also asked about same thing, but comparing UK and Canada. I'll do that in another sit-down video, but today's video is my expectations versus reality living in Canada. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. See, when you see my notepad, just know I mean business. Just know I mean business. So the first point, I had to write down my points because I don't want to forget anything. And I have just 9 points here, and I'm going to breeze through it quickly. The first point I have here is cost of living. The cost of living in Canada. I live in Toronto. The cost of living in Toronto, you guys, see, if you plan on moving or relocating, make sure you do your findings, research before you even move to any part of the world. Make sure you've researched about that country, researched about the city. You know what you are getting yourself into, like you are ready. I remember when we were going to move, and my husband told me that, oh, if we don't get a job in 1 year, we're good, right? Because he was prepared. He had saved up. He was ready to take care of us for at least 1 year before we get a job, like give or take if we don't get a job. And in my head, I was like, it can never be that bad. Like, why are you planning so much? It can never. My husband is a planner. I am a planner, but my husband is a planner when it comes to finances. And I told him, it can never be that bad. There's no how we'll not get a job. Like, we don't have to plan this much. When we came to Canada, you guys, in fact, let me even compare UK a bit in terms of groceries, right? Grocery shopping in Canada is not cheap, you guys. It is not cheap. Comparing to the UK, I feel like UK is even a lot cheaper than Canada. See, you go to the store, you pick like 5 things, and the next thing, $50, $65, $90. I'm like, why? Why are we spending all this money? Let's not forget that you have your phone bills, you have internet, you have to pay your rent. Rent is not cheap. Rent is not cheap depending on where you live, like the city you live in. Rent is not cheap. You pay for power, you pay for insurance. You guys, you pay for, by the time you add up all the money, all the bills you are paying in a month, you guys, it is important and it is necessary to get a job, especially when you come in with like your husband or your wife. Make sure that if you can, both of you are doing something, because it is very, very important that both parties are coming together and you guys will survive together, because cost of living in Canada is a lot and people don't really talk about it so much. I don't know why, but my advice is be prepared. When coming, expect the unexpected, be prepared. So that's the first point. The second point is the weather. See, you can never, take it from me, you can never get used to the cold in Canada. Last year, we came during winter of last year, and because we came from the UK, it wasn't bad. Trust me, we had soft landing because we were coming from a cold place. So it wasn't like we were not expecting the weather, right? But nothing prepares you. As soon as you experience summer, you forget what winter was all about. By the time winter hits, you're like, oh my God, why is it so cold? Nothing prepares you for the weather. And I'm so thankful that we live in Toronto. It gets cold, but not so cold. We don't get so much snow here, unlike other provinces. Like my friend that lives in Calgary, I spoke to her over the weekend and she showed me her backyard. I'm like, what? Why? You guys, the snow Oh my God. See, like I said, if I've not mentioned, make sure you do your research wherever you're moving to. And if you live up north, of course you get more snow, it gets colder there. So just do your research, do your findings, move to a place that it is cold generally, but nothing prepares you for how it will hit you. That's the word. The next question is job search. As soon as you come into Canada, make sure you start applying for jobs. Before you do, people always forget that Canadian CV template is different from our Nigerian CV. So make sure that you update your resume. Make sure that you go online. See, these things are there. Like it's online. You can even get templates online. Work on your resume, make changes, make sure you have lots of transferable skills. See, don't underestimate the skills that you have. Put it there. Don't underestimate the skills that you have. Put it there. Put yourself out. Keep applying. You will get tons of, unfortunately, see that word, brace up. Don't be like me that when I see one, I'm like, don't be like me, brace up. You get tons of, unfortunately, but you would also get interviews. Trust me. As long as you're doing the right thing, you would get interviews. I've shared my job story I think in the Q&A vlog and also in my previous vlogs. It took me 4 months to land a job in Canada. I kept trying, I kept improving myself. And while I was doing this, you guys, my mind was elsewhere, right? I was doing other things to better myself and not just waiting till I get a job. So if you are someone who can get yourself busy doing other things, you might even take a course, do something, just get yourself busy. So the time that you're spending waiting, you're actually making use of that time in a good way. So get yourself busy, distract yourself with something else, and don't stop applying. The next point I have here is your finances. You guys, we live in a credit country. I'll say that again. Canada is a credit country. Like everything you do here is based on credit. You have a credit score, and you have to build your credit score. You have to retain and maintain your credit score. So yes, they give you credit. Don't assume that, oh, they gave me $5,000, I can do whatever I want. No, they gave you $5,000 because they want to know how you can manage $5,000. Are you paying back this money? I have a credit card, I have a debit card. Most of the time I spend, in fact, not even most, I spend using my credit card because that would help you build your credit score. You have to pay back before the time that you're supposed to pay. You can set up auto pay, so automatically the money leaves. But me, I clear off. See, me and debts, we're not friends. We are not friends. As soon as I use the money, I am transferring the money like out. Maybe I might take a week just so it settles, but I am clearing off that debt. Don't assume the money was given to you for you to do whatever you want to do with it. No. Also, I would also advise that you budget. When you come to Canada, there are a lot of things that will take your money. I already mentioned in the beginning, there's the phone bill, there's the rent, there's internet bill, there's insurance, a lot of things that will take your money. Make sure you budget, you know what expense go for which. And if you come in with your partner or your husband or your wife, it's a lot easier. You know, you have to come together. There's nothing like it's a man's work, he will do this, or it's a woman's work. No. When you come to this country, you are coming together as one. My husband he pays all the bills in this house, you guys. My husband pays all the bills in this house, and I just make sure that we have food. I ensure that we have food at home. So whenever you see me going grocery shopping, just know I'm doing my work. I'm doing my part. I'm playing my role. My husband pays all the bills in the house, but I try to meet him in the middle wherever I can. So make sure that you have that mindset. Don't come thinking that maybe back in Nigeria, your husband used to do everything. Then you come here, you are just sitting down, waiting for him to do everything. If you have that mindset, kick it out of the door. Make sure you plan your finances, save. How did I forget that? Make sure you are saving on a monthly basis. Make sure that when you get paid, there's a sum of money that leaves your account to your savings account where you don't touch. That money will come in handy for you when whatever happens or things get shaky. You just ensure that you have savings. The next point I have here is taxes. In fact, this particular one was culture shock for me. Oh my God, you guys, when we moved to this country, I almost did not want to buy anything because You know, when you go to the store and you see 20 naira or 30 naira, you assume that when I go and pay, I'm gonna pay 30 naira. Nope. Nope. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Whatever you see on the till is not your final payments. I'm sorry to say, you guys, it took a lot. It took a lot of getting used to. In fact, right now, we're currently on a tax break from, I think, throughout the month of December and January, because the government decided to be nice and gracious to us, which I'm very, very thankful for. Like, see, when you see me buying things in the stores, I'm always smiley because I'm not paying tax. Of course, tax is important, but I love it when it is embedded into what I am buying, not when I'm paying and I've budgeted to pay $30 and I get to the till I'm paying $31 or $33. No, tell me this is the amount and let me pay that amount. That was a huge culture shock for me, but I'm still getting used to it. The next point I have here is social life. Oh my God. See, I'm a homebody, so this part does not really affect me like that. Me and my husband, we would love to sit there in this house, we watch movie, we eat, we do it. We need to go outside. You need to go outside. Count us out. I feel like maybe that's why we don't even have like friends like that in Canada, because we don't go anywhere. We are always at home. Even when we get invited, we're like dragging our feet, like, should we go? Should we not go? Should we go? Don't be like us. If you're someone who loves to go out, enjoy yourself, go out, try to have fun. See, when it gets, now it's currently winter, right? This is the hardest time to go anywhere because it is cold. See, if not that, I have to come up with activities for my child. You will not find me outside. You will not find me outside because it's so cold outside. I don't want to have anything to do with outside till spring and summer. But please, if you're coming to Canada and you are a social butterfly, don't let Canada ruin your social life. Try and, go out there, make friends, have fun. And yeah, the next point I have here is the Canadian culture. Oh my God, you guys, Canadians are nice people. Well, the ones that I have come in contact with, they are nice people. I work with the amazing. See, when I look at how far God has brought me and where He has placed me, I cannot help but be thankful to God. Every Canadian I have come in contact with, even the ones I work with, are blessings to me, you guys. When I say they are extremely nice, I'm not trying to exaggerate anything. No, these are my experience. I am sharing based off of my experience. I have never encountered or met anyone that has looked down on me or that has looked at me in a certain way. No, they are super, super nice. And I hope and I pray going forward that I only meet nice people, because I love to meet people who take you for who you are. They want to know more about you, and not people that would look at you and start judging you. All the Canadians that I've met, they've been so nice to me. The next point I have here is time management. You guys, time waits for nobody in this country. Time waits for nobody. If you miss an appointment, you have missed it. I'm sorry to say. No, see, everybody is busy. Like, nobody has time to waste time. Like, if you have a time slot to do something, if you don't come at that time slot, that's the end. Like, that's the end. Everybody is busy. Like, I feel like 24 hours is not even enough in a day. Even me, myself, most times I question myself, how do I even do all the things I do in 24 hours? Because I feel like it's not even enough for me. I am busy doing something. If I'm not mommying, I'm wifing. If I'm not wifing, I'm editing a video. If I'm not editing a video, I'm able to keep up with friends. It has not been easy. I make an effort. Everyone is busy, and I don't know if it's a broad kind of life thing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, time goes so fast, it flies so fast, and before you know it, you don't even have time to do anything. They don't joke with that time here. That's one thing I would say. And the last point that I have on my list is be open-minded. My experience will not be your experience. You can come to Canada and get a job in 1 month. In fact, in 2 days, I know of someone that came into Canada and he got a job, I think that same day or the next day. He just took a walk and he saw that they were doing like a job fair. And he went there, he spoke to him, asked him what he does. He told them, in fact, he was not even his line of work. So be open to switch careers. Don't come and say, I'm a doctor. Well, if you're a doctor, be a doctor, because be a doctor. But don't come and say, for example, what career path will I say now? Okay, a salesperson. Don't come and say, in Nigeria, I was a sales manager, I was a clinical when I come to Canada. Be open-minded. Have you thought about being a data analyst? Have you thought about going into tech? Like, be open. Don't put yourself in a box. Whatever career path that you have, you can advance in that career path. But be open-minded to spread your wings. Don't expect someone's experience to be your experience. Let your experience be your experience. Be open-minded in conversations. It's not just job, but conversations, people that you meet, where you move to, people. Be open-minded. Don't just block your mind. Don't assume that, oh, this is what I know, I will stick to this. Ask questions. Be friendly. See, information is key, especially in this part of the world. Information is key. Connect, network, ask questions, and you survive. If we have survived 1 year in Canada, I bet you would survive in living in Canada as well. And I've come to the end of this video. I actually really enjoyed filming this video for you guys. And if you have any question for me, comment down below. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this question, about this point. And if you live in Canada, at this point, something that you're familiar with, I guess something that you experienced that I didn't mention. Like I said, everyone experience is different. But if you live in Canada, just comment down below and tell me what your experience was like living in Canada. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye, guys.